All right, welcome everybody. This is Word with Ty Brownlow. I am your host, Ty Brownlow. And remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. And today I have some very special guests on my show. And let me give you a couple of words about my guests. Resilient, ambitious, collective economics, most of all, leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Ashley Scott and Miss Renee Walters. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
How are you all today? Look, I know my motto is no one is worthless, no story is worthless, but you all have a story worth telling, and pretty much what your story best personifies what my show is all about. So you all are the leaders of the Freedom Georgia initiative?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell everyone out here a little bit more about that?
Sure, absolutely. So the Freedom Georgia Initiative is a woman-owned, Black-owned, privately held LLC, and it's made up of our friends and our family members. We chose to purchase land in Wilkinson County, and we are building something for ourselves, and we're hoping to bring, Black vendors, women-owned builders, contractors to help us build it. So that's how this all kind of started. That's what we are at its best, at its core. We're just average old families that came together to try to create generational wealth for ourselves and to create a safe haven for ourselves as well.
Okay, all right. Renee, is there anything you want to add to that?
I'm just happy to be here. No, I'm joking.
Okay, all right.
No, just pretty much everything Ashley said. I just felt like this was important to do. We both have Black husbands, Black sons, and it was just important for us to do something for them to protect us and protect our community.
Okay. Well, man, I see it's 96.71 acres of land?
Yes.
Sure is.
Okay, that's a lot of land. And there's 19 of you all, including both of you all. So I know the one question you all get asked a lot, and it's probably the one question I'm going to ask, like, how do you get Black people to come together and, for the, collective of the greater good? Because seriously, like, let's just be real. In this day and age, we got all these people trying to get susus going and all these other money collectives and all that. And, it's, don't get me wrong. I know it's different strokes for different folks, but this is something like, how do you come up with the vision and show that vision to others so they can see it as well?
Well, I would say, and like you said, we get asked this all the time, and I would say all the time, that was our easiest part of this whole thing, was getting our friends and family together. Because I know everybody that we deal with, these are things that we've always talked about all the time, like building things and people at our church, like at our kickbacks, and like this is always the main topic of conversation. Mm-hmm. It's time to build our own. And so it was easy for us to be like, okay, Ashley, go get 10 of your friends. I'll get 10 of my friends, and we can bring this together and see how we can make it work. And we just wrote a bad presentation. Like, it was beautiful. Ashley did her thing on our presentation. Right. And we gave the people something tangible, something that they can see. Susus are great because a lot of communities do them. So I don't want to say like, oh, I'm against susus. A lot of people do them. But we actually gave the people something that you can see, like something that they can actually visualize and be like, oh, well, this is something I definitely want to be a part of. So I think that was key with having like a great presentation, a great plan, and having a like mind. Like, we got to get out of the thinking that Black people can't work together. We can work together. We just all have to be on one accord and like-minded. So we're here to change our thinking, because if we can do it, you can do it. And a lot of the people in the collective didn't even know each other. So that's what makes it really unique. Because I don't know a lot of Ashley friends. Ashley don't know a lot of my friends, but we have that trust among each other that I know Ashley will never bring somebody inside of our circle that will harm us or hurt us in any way. And the same with her. So that was the easiest part, getting us together.
Okay, see, and well, look, I'm just gonna say, A, you know, I love it when Black folks stick together and, you know, actually get something positive done. Second, I love it when Black women work together and then get something done, because sisterhood, you know, a lot of people throw it out, but, you know, sometimes a lot of people don't really live up to it. But I like what you all are doing. You really are, man, y'all two really about it. So I love it, you know, man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Now let's talk a little bit more about you all for a second. Renee, I know you are a survivor of a huge fall. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Are you cool with talking about that a little bit more?
Absolutely cool with talking about that.
You know, talk to us. All right.
So almost 7 years ago, September 15th, 2013, I fell 15 feet out of an attic. I was in the ceiling just moving some things around, because I was moving out of the place I was in and going into, I was celebrating leaving a situation that I should have been left, and I was just moving everything out. And the stuff that was in the attic was too heavy, so I was like, yeah, I'll come back. So on my way out going down, I fell straight through, my legs slipped through the beams. I fell straight through the ceiling onto a flight of stairs in the living room. And I was paralyzed instantly. Like, I couldn't feel nothing below my belly button instantly. Now, we're in Henry County and right outside of Atlanta. It's like 30 minutes to the major trauma hospital. I had to be airlifted to the hospital, and I underwent 10 hours of surgery on my spinal cord. The doctor told me that my chances of walking were slim, and that I would have to learn how to do everything in my wheelchair. And I just told him, I was like, look, I cannot let you dictate the rest of my life. Like, you just met me 2 days ago. I can't tell you, like, hey, I can't let you tell me that. I can't take it. And I didn't receive it. And I told him, I said I was going to do everything to the best of my ability to walk. Like, my kids were 11 and 6 years old at the time, and I just couldn't imagine their lives being altered or them having to take care of me. Yeah, I just couldn't see it. So I was able to get into one of the best hospitals in Atlanta. Shout out to the Shepherd Center.
Shout out Shepherd Center.
Yes, one of the best hospitals in Atlanta for spinal cord injuries and brain injuries. I was when I went in there, you couldn't tell me I was an athlete. Like, I don't play sports or anything, but when I knew I had to do something, I put my mind to it, and I was in there working out like I was training for war and everything else. Like, no, I have to get out of this chair. And so I had to learn how to do everything all over again. Walk, crawl, walk upstairs, walk downstairs, drive. And I would say it took me like less than 11 months. Okay. So pretty much almost less than a year to pretty much get yourself together. 29. By my 30th birthday in May, I was walking unassisted.
Oh, see, like I said, resilient, one of the words I use. And I mean, man, that just goes to show, like, you are a perfect example of that. Now, Ashley, I want to move to you because, as I said, I seen like a previous interview you all had done. I know you talk about therapy a lot. And how
make it seem like I'm crazy because I talk about therapy a lot.
No. Well, let me just say this. First and foremost, let me just say there's nothing wrong with therapy.
That's right.
Especially in like the Black community. You know, if I could be so honest, I know a lot of people that need a lot of therapy right about now.
Well, the reality is, you can't be Black in America and not need some kind of therapy.
I know that's right.
Because the reality is we are literally dealing with racial trauma on a daily basis.
Okay.
Microaggressions, all kinds of stuff. Just the fact that we had to watch the murder of George Floyd over and over on a 24-hour news cycle. The same thing as the shooting of Ahmaud Arbery. We've been watching this stuff over and over again. Unless you like me and you just stop watching the news, you're constantly bombarded with visualizations of Black people and Black women being dehumanized. Period.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. On TV.
And that's not even just the news. That's our mainstream media in general in most cases. So it's clear that there is a need to have psychological therapy and helping to address mental health. We have to address mental health. We can't be full human beings without it. And the stigma that you cannot get the help that you need is probably very much based in the fact that there aren't very many Black doctors, or at least not having the access to be able to say, how do I find a Black psychologist, a Black therapist? Because who wants to go and speak about the problems they're happening to someone who can represent the perpetrator of the problems that they're having? So having therapy, and to even be able to find a Black therapist, I had to guess. I had to go through the list of the people, look for people who had offices where I knew it was the hood or knew it was Black, then try to use the name game and be like, okay, she sound like she might have a Black name. Then call them up and then say, hey, and then trying to be without asking, are you Black? We shouldn't have to go through all that, but the reality is you should be able to get a Black therapist, and it shouldn't be a secret that you need that. I don't know. I wanted a Black therapist. I knew it was important to have a Black therapist. I got a Black woman who is my therapist, and it's been extremely helpful. And I want people to take the time to recognize that we're all going through so much stress, and stress can create problems for your mental health. Just something as simple as stress. And stress is what kills people with their heart attacks and high blood pressure, and why we have all these underlying conditions, even with the pandemic that we're dealing with. So I implore everybody, take the time to get the mental health, that you need. Take those mental health breaks. Go get the mental health help that you need. And you're not alone. You shouldn't be ashamed. And that's why I've been sharing it so much, because I'm somebody who is reasonably successful, someone who is spiritual. I go to church almost every Sunday. I'm on the choir. So even with God and Jesus and all of those things, you need to go see a therapist.
I know that's right.
That's one of the reasons why I have been sharing that, because I would not be in the place that I am today mentally to be a leader for this movement and to help share my story if I was not at my best mentally, if I didn't have my self-esteem built back up, if I didn't have my confidence built back up to know that, you know what, the emotions that I am feeling because of the murder of another Black man, because they'll have you think that, well, what's it to you? You might go to work on one day and be like, I'm feeling sad and I have to show up for work because I've just witnessed another murder, another person got shot today, but you want me to show up to work and show up and perform and show up and mother and show up in every way as if nothing happened. And sometimes the remark to that is, did you know him? And the reality is, I don't have to know that person, because they are a representation of my Black husband, of my Black child. Breonna Taylor is a representation of me. I could be in my sleep right now, and because they think they want to serve a no-knock warrant, I could be dead. And these are things that any rational Black person in America in 2020 has to think. And if you're thinking that, you have to have someone to help you with how you process that and how you cope with that. And that's what having a Black therapist definitely helped me to do.
Well, you know what? First and foremost, shout out to all therapists out there, all Black therapists that's out there helping people, man, youth, young adults, man, people older than me, people my age, whatever. Just shout out to all y'all who are out here helping us, because, man, as you said, we all need therapy and we all need some help, at some point. But I want to bring that around to pretty much what's going on with you all right now, and as far as that goes into the, Freedom Georgia initiative. Like, here you have this land, okay? Okay, so if I'm one of these people, that has invested in this land, I know I'm coming out here. Okay, all right. What, where do I set up? Have people decided where they want to live? What kind of businesses are you going to have? Are you going to have like hospitals? Are you going to have like, I mean, you know, man, Ashley, you just spoke to like some of the things that go on here that perpetrate like the, you know, violence and all this other stuff. Like, how do we fix that in like Freedom, Georgia? Like, how do we fix that? How? Tell us how.
Renee, you gonna tell them how, Renee?
You tell them how. You tell them how. So good. I want to hear it again.
I don't even have no answers. The reality is this.
Tell the people.
When it comes to our 96.71 acres, we're still very much in development. We don't even have the master plan yet. We closed on this land on July 24th.
Okay.
And so when we decide, and we did this on a humbug, we didn't go in this 2 years ago planning to buy this land.
Okay. Now wait a minute. Hold on.
This happened June 8th.
See, now wait a minute. Now, that's where you have to understand when you say things like that, like, oh no, this wasn't anything we've been planning for the last 5 years. No, you know what? We just thought about this X, Y, and Z ago. And now here it is. And I mean, you're making it come to light. You know, like, shout out to Chadwick Boseman who just lost his life. But man, like, we dream of a Wakanda.
Yes.
For real, like, I mean, seriously, like, I was just on something not too long ago and they were talking about Garveyism, you know,
yes.
Going back, you know, should blacks go back? And here it is, not too long after that, I see that you all are doing this. And I'm like, well, hell, I don't have to go all the way over there because
this is our home. Why should you have, not to say that we should. It's not to say that we shouldn't go back to Africa. If you want to move back to Africa, by all means, baby, move back to Africa. Yeah. They want us. They in my inbox right now saying, we have land, Sister Ashley. Tell the brothers to come home. Okay. So if y'all want to come to Africa, they got land for you to come. I ain't playing, okay? Y'all go on. Zambia, they ready for you in Zambia. They ready for you in Ghana. They is in my inbox. They want me to, I'm like, I ain't never sold a piece of land in Africa. I ain't even licensed.
But
I don't even know.
Okay.
But guess what?
Right.
If you ready to go to Africa, I promise you, I'm going to find the land. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But
all right. Hey,
we have a right to the land right here in America.
Yes.
There is nothing that says that black folks can't purchase land, can't develop it, can't own it. There's no more laws that keep us from doing that, okay? There's no laws that say that me and my black family can't go buy some land together and build the community we want to build and put some walls around it and call it a subdivision so that I know my neighbor and my neighbor knows me. And you can't just bust up in here with if you got a warrant to come in here, you're gonna have to see the armed security guard to get in here, sir. And that's what we don't have right now in our communities. You just bust up, roll up on us, and you should not. They don't just bust up and roll up on them. They give them courtesy calls before they come to bust up and roll up on them when they serve in their IRS and FBI and federal warrants, right? So it's just a matter of understanding that together you have the right to go purchase land, find a black contractor, find a black architect, buy your land, and you and your family can develop it how you see fit. You have collective resources as a family. You got at least two rich families. You got that rich aunt, you got that rich cousin, you got at least two of them. Get together, y'all bring y'all money together, and y'all buy y'all some land. And that's the movement. That's really what I was hoping that we would aspire. Now, in Freedom, Georgia, we're just lucky that we did some research in this area that we purchased. We want to be strategic and buy affordable land, and rural land has lots of benefits, and everybody is always benefiting. But when we try to benefit, good Lord, you should see the comments. So you definitely need to understand that it's okay to bring your people together. and work collectively. Build a land trust, build an LLC for your family. Go buy land, because guess what? The land is going to give you timber, and you can sell the timber. The land is going to give you food that you can eat. The land you can sell, you can put the dirt in the bag, and you can sell horse manure at the local farmers market if you need to. The land will provide. And guess what? We are people of the land. So that is genuinely my concern at this point, is just telling people, you don't have to come to Freedom, Georgia. And even though we want you to, we get hundreds of emails.
Okay, I'm like, man, like, I might want to come to Freedom, Georgia.
You can come to Freedom, Georgia. I will sell you some land, okay? I'm a licensed realtor in the state of Georgia. I am happy to sell you some land if you want to come and buy.
I'm telling you right now, in a year and a half, don't be surprised when I'm like, reaching out to you like, yeah, you remember a year and a half ago you said
Pull up.
Now I'm here.
Pull up, Ty.
Pull up, Ty.
Okay. I'm telling you.
But that's the larger message for me. And yes, we do. We plan on buying more land and subdividing it and allowing people to move. But when you do it that way, whenever we're dealing with real estate, we have federal fair housing laws, and we have to respect those laws. We can't do what people did to us and try to keep, white folks, Chinese folks, Asian folks out of our neighborhoods. That they did it to us and we ain't like it. That's how we got affirmative action in the federal fair housing laws. You know what I mean? So you gotta be able to know that whatever you do, you have to be inclusive and respect and tolerate diversity. And that's how we are. If we've decided to buy some land and subdivide it, we're going to follow federal fair housing laws. But we can absolutely encourage people. That's the problem. We just have not been encouraged to buy land and do it ourselves.
Exactly.
This is literally like a foreign concept to people, because nobody has ever encouraged them to do it before. Everybody thinks, oh, you just got to buy a house, and then you go looking and buying houses, and you move into a neighborhood you can't stand. You don't like your neighbors. The school's not good. People have divested from the neighborhood. You can literally find the area that you want to live, that feels good to you, buy that land, and build what you want on it. You can do it.
So, real quick, even though I know everything is under, everything is in like the first stage of like some of everything, overall, what do you want Freedom, Georgia to be or to look like in the end? Like, do you imagine this big corporate city, or is it just like, okay, it's here? It's like 96.
Renee, tell him what you imagine, and I'll tell him what I imagine.
Okay. Come on, Renee, talk to me now.
I imagine a place where you can just come and chill out, a place where you can bring your family to have a nice barbecue, to have a nice, go jet skiing, go fishing, take your boat out, come and hunt with us, go on the shooting range, drive your ATVs around.
Okay. Yeah.
Come and breathe, where you don't have to worry about Karen calling the police on you because you're in a public park barbecuing. Come barbecue in Freedom. Come hang out with us, and we just want you to be able to breathe. Like, I want my husband to be able to walk out the house and I don't have to get anxiety, because I know he's on our land, and everything we need is on our land. What do you imagine for Freedom? Because she got big dreams.
Okay, well, you know what? Okay, before we get into you, Ashley, I'm just going to say, Renee, you should hashtag barbecue at Freedom or something of that nature. Guys,
we got everything coming to Freedom. We got the big black cookout coming to Freedom.
Look here, I want to talk about the big black camp out in a minute, but we will talk about Ashley and your vision.
Her vision is dope.
Come on, Ashley, you better talk to me.
Well, ideally, what I would like to see is the ability to purchase more land adjacent to our land, that Black families will get together collectively and buy it and build their own homesteads, their own subdivisions, their own communities to the point that we build enough critical mass that we can build Freedom Georgia as the municipal corporation that could have its own jurisdiction. So that way we don't have to worry about the cops coming. We are the cops. You know what I mean?
Period.
You can't come around here unless you get a call. Did you call my sheriff? Did you call my chief of police? Because you can't just come serving warrants in Freedom, Georgia without coordinating with our local law enforcement agents. And being able to structure something that could be a model for other cities and other municipalities across the country, because obviously, like, you can't, like, defunding the police sounds great, but if you don't have a plan in place, because we still got to protect ourselves. Because if I pick up the phone, I need somebody to come and find the person who stole my big screen TV. You better find the person. Like, I'm not saying we want to live lawless, but we definitely want to know that we don't have to worry about getting shot for a $20 potential counterfeit bill. And that's the types of, I'm sorry, not shot, but, you know, strangle.
Strangle, kill, shot. It's all
Or being shot just for having a gun and your license. So,
right. So we just want to create a place that can be a safe haven. And obviously we read the comments on social media. We know 93 acres ain't gonna do it. It's not enough for all the Black people in America, 10 million of us, to come to Freedom, Georgia. I'm sorry, but what we can do is help people see this vision can manifest and start building it. Like, it's time for us to be new Black pioneers and to purchase land and to build strategically in areas that are lush. Look at that land. Like, we can build our own gardens. We can build our own lakes and be able to fish and feed ourselves. It's time to return to the land and not spend 9 to 5 working for somebody that's going to just have you coming back to work 9 to 5, coming back to work 9 to 5, coming back to work 9 to 5. Imagine, all of us are trying to get to this kind of a land anyway. We could have it now. We could work collectively and we could have it now.
Ashley, tell them how great 10 million people, 10 million Black people can help us.
See, come on, man. Look now. So, hey, talk.
Ashley got all the secrets.
I got all the secrets, y'all.
Well, okay. Look here. I don't want you to give away all your secrets.
No, y'all need to know this one.
This
Okay,
one's not a
now,
secret. This is one of the best kept secrets, and this is the Black Achievement Fund. The Black Achievement Fund is here in Atlanta, and they are our strategic partners, where we are working to encourage 10 million Black people to just make $9 a month, a $9 a month tax deductible donation. $9 a month. If we had 10 million Black folks, and not even just Black folks, 10 million of anybody who calls themselves an ally and someone who believes that Black people need to have equity and economic power. So we take all money because we know that we all need to work together to accomplish our goals. We wouldn't get as far as we've gotten if we didn't have our white and Asian and Native American brothers and LGBTQIA+ community out there in the streets marching with us. It takes all of us to make anything happen. And if we can get 10 million people to make this $9 a month donation, it would generate $90 million. Uh-oh. Did I lose you guys?
No.
It would generate $90 million a month and $1 billion a year. That's like the budgets of departments, you know what I mean? Like government departments, to be able to purchase land and put infrastructure in and create affordable housing and create, supplement our businesses. So I can't even begin to really tell you all that the Black Achievement Fund has planned. You have to visit www.baf.solutions, because they have solutions for everything that we're facing as Black Americans, because we have the brightest and the most brilliant Black people, PhDs, master degree holders. We're intellectual people. We've been helping people in corporations, taking our talent elsewhere to serve their agendas and serve their interests. And with $9 a month and all of these brilliant Black people that we have coming together with the Black Achievement Fund, we will finally be able to build our world the way we want it, because we have the money. We have $1 trillion a year that we are giving away to people who are not interested in serving us. So this is an opportunity.
But look here, people with a plan, woman with a plan can never go wrong. I've always said that. I solely believe it. So,
a man with no plan plans to fail.
Yes, man. All day, every day. Come on now. You better talk to him.
So we want to have safe havens in every city, and we can do it together if we just make a small commitment. Because people pay Netflix, Hulu, Disney Channel, and everybody else. Y'all better sign up for y'all on Patreon, OnlyFans. Come on, y'all got YouTube.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Subscriptions.
See, I wasn't going to go there with that. But see, you
call them out.
So y'all go on and run your $9 a month. Y'all paying church tithes, offering, everything else. Run us your $9 a month so that you can get the benefits of membership, because there are benefits to the membership.
Okay. Well, man, you know what? I thank you for that. I thank you for those nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. And those are things that we need to take advantage of, because things like this are happening. And I mean, why not get funded? And if you're saying only like $9 a month, seriously, some people spend that on lunch, dinner or
coffee, big one at Starbucks.
Yes. You know what?
A day, $9 a day.
You know what? Now you're talking about some people's budgets now,
I'm just saying, some of y'all spending $9 a day on a pack of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all out here spending $9 a day on a lot of
you up top.
Come on now. Don't let me, I will tell y'all about how I feel. And this is a small commitment, because people are always wanting to say like, oh, ain't nobody we need the celebrities to do something. Why these black folks with money is doing what they should be doing? You can control your $9, and then we can take that $9 and we can do what we need to do for ourselves.
And I want to say this.
Else.
We got to stop waiting on celebrities and politicians to save us. We got to do this ourselves. Just like Ashley and I brought our friends together and we bought this land, you guys can do that too. You do not have to wait for people, celebrities, because they've been tagging all the celebrities, cursing them out in the comments. Them people are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Take care of their family. We have to take care of our family.
Okay, look, you better tell them. Tell them.
No, because they went at my boy T.I. throat in the comments, like, oh, you were supposed to been did this and yada. And he does a lot for our community, and he takes care of his family. That is what he's supposed to do. We are our own ministries. We cannot go out and save everybody else. We have to put our own mask on first before we can help someone else.
Well, you know what? I hear you, and I believe everything you're saying, but it's very easy for those who are doing nothing to complain about everything that's going on.
Exactly. So you can either complain or take action, and we took action.
And yes, you all did. Now, I want you all to talk to me about two things. I want you all to talk to me about the Big Black Camp Out, and I want you to talk to me about your GoFundMe.
Big Black Camp Out.
Talk to me about this Big Black Camp Out. Now, how you gonna get black folks camping out here? Because we don't like bugs.
They coming.
No,
Go ahead, Renee. Tell them where they coming from, Renee. Tell them where they coming from.
Where these black people coming from?
Let me tell you. Let me sit up and tell you all where these people coming from.
Okay, see.
We just sold tickets from we got people coming from California. We got people coming from Utah. We got people coming from Flint, Michigan.
Wait. Is black people in Utah?
Yes.
Utah has been standing behind us. Utah stands with y'all. We get a message every day from somebody from Utah that's standing with us. So thank you, Utah.
Shout out to Utah. Hey, I didn't know.
We didn't know either. We found out too.
I didn't know,
But yes, we have people coming from all over, and it's been a humbling experience because, like I said, like me and Ashley said, we did this. This was something we talked about on June 8th. And we went on June 15th to go look at the land and everything. And June 24th, we closed. So this was nothing that we
July
ever saw.
24th.
July 24th, we closed. So this wasn't something that we ever saw like coming right now. Like we just bought the land and was chilling. And next thing you know, we about to build a whole city.
Crazy. That is. I love it. Like it's just so.
It's been a humbling experience.
Wow. Okay, so what's probably the most humbling experience through all of this? Like, what can you say?
The phone
calls.
Emails, the phone calls, the DMs. The first night I wrote my op-ed piece, I started getting emails and DMs. And when the Blavity piece first, it didn't get as much traction as the rest of them did.
Yeah.
But just those first couple of phone calls, especially from the op-ed that I did, really, really, really just touched my heart. And even now, when I get a genuine compliment or comment from somebody, especially in my circle, because people are like, Ashley, we're so proud of you. Like, you have always had this belief that you were going to be a millionaire, that you were going to do something spectacular, and you are doing it. And like, to get those kinds of messages from people, it just really it blesses my whole soul, because we want to inspire. That's all that we want to do, is to know that our life hasn't been in vain, that we've done something that's going to benefit somebody. And to get those emails of people who are like, I don't want to say nothing but that you inspired me, and to get hundreds of emails and direct messages of people who just want to tell us, we just proud of you. We just are so inspired by you. The young people, it's young people, 20, 18,
19. They want to
talking
come
about, we are inspiring them. So that's the humbling part.
Okay, Renee. So no, I hear you down there. She's like, they want to come too. But no, I mean.
Yes, they do. And we welcome them. Like, I'm 17. I do a lot of with my hands. I work hard. Like, they are in our inbox, and these are the young kids. I'm 21 and my boyfriend 19, but we want to come. We'll help. We'll do whatever we got to do. So we are building a place for you to come. We want to have apprentice programs. We want to teach you about financial literacy. We want to teach you how to create wealth. So we are welcoming our young generation, because they are the ones who are going to take us to where we need to be.
Yes, they are.
After we leave, it's other people that's going to come behind us. So why not learn? We have to be on board. They have to be on board with us. Any young people we see reaching out to us, we want to snatch them up. We want them, because they are the future.
Okay, see, look. Y'all are just inspiring sitting here talking to you, just this whole story. I mean, as I said before, your story captivates what my show is about. Like, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. This is a story, and you all are some man. You're somebody. Ashley Scott, you somebody.
You somebody, Ashley. Yes.
You somebody, Ty. You somebody, right. Renee.
Yes.
We are somebody.
You know what I'm saying? But look, I would love to sit up here and talk to you all day. I know you all are busy women, but before I get out of here, I have to ask you all this one question. This is the question that my show is based on. So I'm going to start with Renee first. Renee Walters, what is the one word that best describes you, and why?
Well, you said it already earlier, resilient. Like, that's me.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Why?
I just don't, it's nothing. I feel like it's nothing I can't do. When I put my mind to it, and the people come to me, like, when I have these visions and I put my mind to whatever I say I'm gonna do, it's like I draw every person, everything I need, and I just don't give up.
Okay, I love it.
I'm magic.
Okay, black girl, hey, black unicorns everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, everywhere. Ashley Scott, come on now. Ashley Scott, what's the one word that best describes you, and why? Because I know you got.
Besides amazing.
Y'all really gonna be amazed, because I was gonna say God.
Okay. I mean, I know it's like you don't have to explain anything, but I'm just for the sake of come on with it.
I was just explaining even this morning to Renee, like, God is in me. I am. Did ye not know that ye are God? We are created in the image of God. When we speak a thing, it does not come back void. And so when you say something, you should see it. And if you saying something that's negative, you're going to see it. And if you're saying something that's positive, you're going to see it. So embrace the God in you. And I have been embracing this God in me, and it does not I'm humbled, because I'm just a surrendered vessel to the Most High's power that works in me, and God works in all of his children, everybody. He's not a respecter of person. So take that God that you have in you and go and call those things that be not as though they were.
Exactly. And that's just that on that.
Look here. Hey, I have nothing else to say. Man, Mike has been dropped. And on that note, man, seriously, if people want to get in contact with you all, how can people get in contact with you all?
The best way, go ahead.
The best way to get an urgent response is by emailing us at fgi2020llc@gmail.com. You can follow us at the Freedom Georgia Initiative on Instagram. It's FreedomGA2020. And you can also follow us at the Big Black Campout.
Okay, all right, man.
And if you want to get a house, you can follow me at Ashley Scott KW on Instagram and Facebook, and you can email me. Please be pre-approved. If not, I do have some lenders at ashleyscott@kw.com. And in any case, I will be happy to talk with you about how you can purchase some land.
The best realtor in Atlanta.
Man, look here. I'm telling you right now, Ashley. Yeah, just give me a year and a half. I'm gonna be blowing you up seriously. Like I'm switching gears.
All right, let's do
Let's
it.
see, I'm ready to come to freedom, Ashley.
Yeah, I'm ready
to have you. I'm ready to have you.
Bring the Georgia on. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing. Look, this is Word with Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. You can catch me on Facebook at Word with Ty Brownlow. You can also follow me on YouTube at Word with Ty Brownlow. Or, man, if all that's too much, TyBrownlow.com. You can get this interview plus more. Man, ladies, I thank you once again for joining me. Shout out to Kenya Sheets. Man, I want to say
Thank you so much for the great interview.
Man, thank you, Kenya, for putting all this together. Man, ladies, I wish you nothing but peace, love, and happiness in this journey that you all are on. And freedom,
Thank you.
Georgia. Man, y'all gonna see me down there in Freedom, Georgia. I'm telling you right now.
Bring me some popcorn.
Oh,
Did we talk about the Big Black Campout?
Man, look here, invite me to the Big Black Campout.
Yeah,
I will bring your popcorn, Renee. I will bring the Chicago mix for you because I know this.
Yes, the caramel and cheese. That's my favorite. That's all I eat.
See, boom. Already got you. Man, I'm gonna bring the big 10 pan and Gary soup. There you go. All right, ladies, y'all have a good day. Kenya, thank you. Thank you all.
You're welcome. Later, y'all. Great job.
Bye. Thank you.
All right.